So I get back from vacation and the trailers immediately start dropping. I mean, I say that there were trailers that dropped while I was on vacation, such as Agatha All Along. I did a few quick thoughts on Twitter about that. Eh. Which was about what I expected anyway. I don't think I would have had anything interesting to say about the trailer if I had done a reaction to it. I'm not enthused about the project in general, despite the fact that I like Catherine Hahn an awful lot. I don't like this interpretation of the character. I didn't like how she was used in WandaVision, and I'm not thrilled for what they're going to do with her in future. But that's what not that's what not. That's not what we're talking about today. I got to get back into the rhythm of things. I've been on vacation, like I said. I know videos still got uploaded while I was away, but like I shot those in advance. It's been like a week. Over a week now. Jeez. Anyways. So, Captain America New World Order has its first trailer, and I'm nervous about this. I mean, there's just the general sense that Marvel has not really been on its A game very much lately. So there's that. That's in the air, and that doesn't help a whole bunch. There's also the fact that while I initially was mostly positive on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I want to say Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That was the movie. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I have recognized more and more as time has gone on, like how many problems there are in that. I still think there's some good in it. I think there's some well-executed aspects, and there's some characters that I think are very well handled. But yeah, the villains, which is unfortunately where a lot of the political ideas lay, are not well handled in that. So that is makes me a little bit nervous, since I know that the writer behind that show is also involved in this film. But I want it to be good. I mean, I want all the Marvel stuff to be good. I don't like that it's been pretty meh. And like, I've been more positive on some of the recent stuff than some folks. I thought Marvel's was fine. It was fine. And I actually genuinely liked Thor: Love and Thunder. I seem to be one of the only ones. Even Chris Hemsworth is like, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, why? Anyways, like, I can't say there's been a ton of enthusiasm to be had about Marvel for a while now. So, other than Loki, there hasn't been much that has done a lot for me. But let's take a look at this. I am more often planning to do more trailer reactions, like from my desk, so I'm looking at my computer and not my phone, and like I do it better that way, but that takes more time to set up. And as I said, I am just back from vacation. I'm easing back into it. Let me do a slightly lighter workload version of this, please. Anyway.
Wilson.
Hey, Sam.
Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look. They said lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position. We disagree on how to manage this situation.
He's Thunderbolt Ross, right? I thought they would have made him get the mustache. Oh, well.
We'll show the world a better way forward.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, Isaiah. Oh, dang. Okay. They're picking up on that. That's good.
Sir, your inner circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to. What if it's a trap? Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn.
That sounds like John Malkovich.
You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
That's a fact. Ooh.
You're right.
I'm not.
You're not supposed to be. Huh. Ah! Okay. Red Hulk. All right. I'm not shocked we didn't see a ton of him More just a little tiny tease. Um, so it looks like they've got Thunderbolt Ross as president, or at least running for it, or involved in the president's cabinet. Unless he's not actually playing Thunderbolt Ross. I thought that was confirmed. Was that a rumor? I don't know. I suppose I'll vaguely check that. I didn't remember if I knew Giancarlo Esposito was in this. Looking like he's in a villainous role. He's certainly very good for that. So, you know, that's always solid casting to have. Yeah, no, he's Thunderbolt Ross. Oh, and Liv Tyler's coming back. I don't remember seeing her in that. Oh, they've got quite a few. Oh, geez. It's been a long... I have not kept up with this. I remember, like, learning a bit about it when early casting was announced and whatnot. But, ooh, they're bringing Tim Blake Nelson back. That, oh, boy. I'm very hopeful for that because, I mean, not getting to see him be the leader was one of the major missed opportunities that I honestly thought we were never going to get a follow-up on because, you know, MCU kind of ignored that the Ed Norton version of Hulk happened at all. Like, it technically, it never really fully wiped it from canon, but, like, when they brought Emil Blonsky back to be Abomination, the characterization was pretty different and the design was different, and yeah, so I wasn't sure if we'd ever get anything back from that, but, oh, Tim Blake Nelson, that's good. That gives me hope. But that is information separate from the trailer. All right, let's zero in on the trailer. It's very much focusing on it largely as a political kind of thriller, which I actually think is a good way to at least initially sell the thing. Sell it on the more grounded elements. Sell it on the kind of elements that made Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the movie, not Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the show, but the sort of political intrigue elements and the more grounded elements that really made that movie work. I think that's a good thing to sell it on. I don't doubt there's going to be plenty of superheroics. Like Red Hulk's in there. Looks like the leader's going to be in there. But grounding it in the more political thriller stuff, especially when you've got Harrison Ford in there and like, I don't know if this is true for Gen Z, if they actually have an association for Harrison Ford in the White House and immediately think Air Force One, get off my plane. But, you know, I immediately have that as a millennial. So that just feels like a good energy to lean into. And I like the feel that he's bringing to Thunderbolt Ross, somebody who's like trying to move everything forward, but who obviously has his own ideas about the best way for that to be done, which may not be something that everybody agrees on, or may in fact not even be good ideas, but he means well. That doesn't make him the good guy, which is, I think, a good way to deal with Thunderbolt Ross, because he can become one-dimensional, unfortunately, in some iterations of the character. It doesn't look like they're going that way here, and I'm happy to see that. So, all that's working pretty well. I was seeing Isaiah show up. Now, reminder, he got introduced in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He was basically he was a black soldier who was experimented on to try and figure out the super soldier serum. And I forget how much of his original origin they have integrated, but I remember thinking they dealt with a lot of the aspects of that pretty well, especially like overall his just anger at being a guinea pig who was tossed aside. And the idea that they're picking up with him at all, like they had it look like he was attacking Ross, which would, at least in terms of the trailer, seem to portray him as a potential threat and villain. Depends on the specifics of what we get. Trailers can be cut in misleading ways. Not to mention the fact that if Ross is specifically the guy who messed with him, this may not be political. This may be very personal. So, like, I'm hoping they don't squash his character down into somebody who's just pissed off for revenge, because, like, Isaiah is pissed off for deeply layered reasons. And I thought that they were pretty well presented in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought that was one of the better aspects of that show. Because as I said, as much as I have, I think rightfully, fully soured on the Flag Smashers, there's still stuff in that show that I will cite as, like, I think it was well handled. Again, perspective of a white person, so when it's dealing with aspects of the Black experience of America, I obviously cannot speak to that with any authority. I can only go off of my own outside knowledge of the thing, but from where I sat, aspects like that seem to be well handled. So I'm hoping they don't like flatten it or oversimplify it, and I hope they build something with the character and use him to do something interesting, because there's definitely the potential there to do that. I'm liking the attitude that Sam is having in this energy of like, yes, I am Captain America. No, I'm not Steve Rogers. Yeah, he flat out says that, but like, he's not supposed to be Steve Rogers. This isn't, ask not what the Shield can do for you, ask what you can do for the Shield. He is going to bring not a false impression of Steve Rogers carrying that shield. He's going to bring Sam Wilson, which is what he should do. So I'm not going to say I'm excited. There have been too many stumbles from the MCU in recent years. But, boy, this is a low bar. Watching that, I don't see a bunch of things that immediately made me go, oh, good grief. Oh, no. And honestly, at this point, that's just kind of nice. I'll take it. Again, that's a low bar. I know that's a low bar. I'm grading on a curve right now, but also, like, keep in mind where I'm at this point. I haven't been to the movies at all this year. Like, seriously. Year of 2024, I've yet to go to the theater. So, like, there isn't a lot that's driving a lot of passion for me in the theatrical movie space right now. So that's about as good a reaction as you're going to get out of me these days. I'm cautiously optimistic. Not that I think it'll be great, but I'm cautiously optimistic that it'll be good. And, following the complete fall down that was Secret Invasion, which should have been good espionage and wasn't good anything, this just being good would be pretty great right now. Now, like in the greater discussion, will it save the MCU? No. The MCU needs something better than good. The franchise as a whole is at a point where good enough isn't good enough. I understand that from a IP management standpoint, but like for me as an audience member, just good. That'd be real nice. At least we had Loki. We had a really great first season to Loki and a really phenomenal ending to the second season. I'm holding on to that. I'm clutching that as tight as I can. And maybe Deadpool will be fun. What did you think about this trailer? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and enables me to do this as my living, even if you can't help me out that way. Like, share, subscribe. They all help me in some way, shape, or form, supposedly, with the algorithms. Who the heck knows? Don't worry too much about it, though. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so you can just come on back next time you need a break. And now to thank my highest supporting patrons. Robin Moore, Zumila Fulla, Goddess Elida, Trista Ashley, Oliver B., Melissa Peterson, Tarak, The Thing That Goes Going to the Anime, Gene Foray, Movie Turtle, Ulrich Bogdan, Loki Eris, Linda Walters, Jen, Auntie Kate 808, Becky Sparks, Fernambilax the Poodle, Tracy Scrabbit, Angry Casperol, Dave Hall, White Barish, Rosalind Bennett, Pal Barabajagal, Lucy Wood, Dorm Mayhew, and Mira G. Thank you for your support, and consider supporting me as well on Patreon.